everyone and welcome to my channel. Isabel here, and I'm so happy that today we can share some time together. And as always, I want to start by welcoming aboard to all of my new subscribers. Thank you so very much for joining me here in my little crafty space. I really hope that you find interesting, adorable, and of course inspiring everything that I share over here. As you can see here on my table, it's all about gingerbread. Yes, today we're going to be talking only about Christmas and gingerbread stuff. So let's get started. First of all, I want to share with you these beautiful gingerbread dolls, angels that I made. Look at this, so cute and adorable. No dies, no cutting machine. Everything is hand cut, and I created the templates. They are super easy, nothing fancy or complicated. I just created these templates using regular white cardstock. So this is for the dress, a circle for the head. Then I made one of the arms that you just turn around or flip around to create both sides, and that is the same thing with the feet. Okay, so if you see, you can totally create your own, and they're super easy to put together. As you can see over here, I used some dies for the bow, for the wings, and also for the buttons over here. I used craft paper for all the gingerbread part. Then I used my white gel pen for the icing, the black one for all the face features, and also for the dash line over here in the dress, and this little thing in the wing. And I use chalk pastel for the cheeks. And if you see, I have distressed all the way around, not only the cookie but also the wings. So let me show you the dies, the punches that I used for this gingerbread. For the wings, I used this very old punch, super cute. So I use the biggest wing that you see over here, 3 sizes, but this is 1 inch and 1/16. Okay, so this is the first one. And then I used a Martha Stewart punch for the bow. This is one of my favorite bows to use because of the size and the shape. They are super cute. And then I also used, just let me put this away because I'm going to be using all of my space. And then I used this tiny EK Success punch for the button. Okay, just because I have them, and so I wanted to use them. But you don't need all that fancy stuff. If you don't have like the wing punch, you can totally do it and then use it as a template. And the same thing with the bow, and the same thing over here for the buttons. So they are super cute and adorable. And today we're going to be using one of them to create a memory text card. You know that I love making those little cards. And this can totally be used in tags or in greeting cards. As always, the sky is the limit. So let's make a memory text card together. And that is my second share for today. So here I have all of the things that I'm going to be using. So it's easier to have everything ready. So all you need is some regular glue and hot glue. And also I used some punches, and for this one I used this one that is a snowflake. I have no idea what's the brand of this paper punch. I got this from a thrift store, so I don't know. And then I also used this Martha Stewart punch to create the greenery. I'm really sorry for the glare, but you know that happens with the light and when you have like even silver or gold in your things. So this is another punch that I used. And while we are putting the card together, I'm gonna be telling you what is it that I used to create the different parts. So as you know, we already have the gingerbread, and this is my memory text card. Usually I used regular white cardstock to create my base. And no dice this time. I just trimmed my cardstock and I use my punch for the holes over here. This is the Heidi Swap punch. I used to have the original one that was steel, but it broke after tons of use, and this was a gift from one of my very dear friends. Thank you so very much, Dorothy, for that. And so that's what I use to create the holes over here when I'm not using my dies. So this time, you know that the memory deck cards are usually 4x4, but this time I'm using 4 by 4 1/4, okay, because my gingerbread is a little bit high, and yeah, that's what I did. So we're gonna glue these pieces together, okay. Nothing fancy or complicated, and you already know that I am a mess with the glue. So I'm gonna put the base together, okay. There you go. Super easy. I love making these cards. They are super beautiful. So just let me tell you that I started with this fever of the Dex cards, but using Rolodex cards. They are a little bit smaller. They are 4 inches wide by 2 1/4 in height. So they are super cute and adorable. I have tons of spinners and trays and boxes that I've made myself using different things that I find at the thrift store, or I just create my trays or boxes with baskets or with cardstock, you know, that is super cute. Okay, so this is going to be my first layer. Okay, I use this scrap paper that I had on my box, and then went all around with red distress ink. Super cute, because this is a Christmas paper, I'm pretty sure of that. So I have more things over here, and I decided that I wanted to have a doily. So what I did is that I had this doily on my stash. I just did this because I love the texture, okay. And we're gonna glue this. Just a little bit of glue in the center. Why? Because I need to have like the option to add more stuff either on top of the doily or under the doily. Okay, so this is going to be my second layer, and then I had these beautiful cupcake liners that are gingerbread, and I had this on my stash for a couple of years now. I'm pretty sure I grabbed these from Michael's, and they are super cute. If you see, the inside of the liner is like really shiny and smooth, so this glue is not going to work in that, and that's why I have my hot glue ready over here. Okay, so just a little bit of hot glue, and I wanted to put this one over here. I don't mind that the sides go a little bit outside the border, because I'm going to be putting this in a tray, so I have no problem with that. So I'm going to put one under the doily and the other one on top. Okay, so you see, you are getting now different textures and different layers, one on top of the other, and they look so beautiful. So my cupcake liner is distressed, okay, with brown ink, and after that I have this other piece of design paper. This one I'm pretty sure is from a pad that I got from Hobby Lobby a couple of years ago. So I just tore a piece with my fingers and went all around with green distress ink, and I added some foam tape behind because I want to start having a dimension on my card, and this is going to look super cute and adorable. Okay, so this is so convenient and I love that. Okay, so I'm thinking that I'm gonna put this like this. And look at this, so cute, so adorable. I love this. Okay, so now we have the base that is going to be this one, and we have 1, 2, and 3 layers already. And if you see, this is not that chunky, but it is just a little bit. Okay, then I'm going to add my gingerbread, and let me, this is the one that I'm gonna be using. Why? They're all the same. I think that the only difference is that I had this sign over here, but this one is over here. But the thing is that this one was already ready with the foam tape behind, because I also wanted to have some dimension for the gingerbread, because she's going to be my focal point, and I love that. Okay, so she's going to go over here. Let me see, I need to put this a little bit straight, and I'm gonna try to put her almost in. As I said, I don't mind if she goes outside the border of my base. So she's gonna be over here. Why? Because I have plans for this side using something else. And just let me put this away. Okay, so if you see here on my tray, I have tons of things that I had prepared, and the first one is that I wanted to add some cookie cutters, and I created this with my Cricut machine a couple of years ago. So I found some of them that I still had on my storage, and of course I wanted to use them. So this, I am just going to use regular glue, just a little bit, and I'm gonna put one over here, okay, and the red one over here. Oh my goodness, that is going to look super cute. Check this out, so adorable. Okay, looking great, right? So if you see, nothing fancy or complicated, just using everything that I already had on my stash. And as you see, I always love giving you the chance to see that you don't need fancy dies or cutting machines, and you can replace stuff that I know that in Hobby Lobby you get these tiny cookie cutters that are plastic, so you can use that if you don't have how to create this. And also look at this trim. I've had this trim on my stash for a very long time, and so I decided that I wanted my cookie to be holding this trim over here. Okay, so I'm gonna put just a little bit of hot glue in each one of the trees, because this is felt, so you need stronger glue to hold it in place. Okay, so I'm gonna put it over here like this. Oh my goodness, so cute. And maybe let me grab my scissors. I might cut this jute just a little bit. There you go, looking better. Check this out, super cute. Okay, what else do I have here? Okay, I have some greenery, and I have the snowflakes over here, and I think I want to put one of the snowflakes here. Yes, if you see, that's why you need some dimension using foam tape, because that gives you the chance to be putting stuff all over the place. And this is so cute. You can add another one over here. Yes, just a little bit of glue in the back part, in the center. Oh my goodness, look at that, super cute. Okay, I'm gonna leave this one over here because I'm not sure that I'm gonna be using it, but then I am going to add some greenery. Okay, and I think I can add some arrangement. What about here? Look at this. So I'm gonna add 1, 2, and 3 over here. You can still see the cookie cutters, and you don't need like for everything to be like really being the focal point. Is just making it look super cute. And what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna add a little poinsettia on top of the greenery. And these are my tiny poinsettias that I always create with my Cricut machine, because it's easier for me just to leave my machine working as I do something else, and never mind the messiness with the glue. Okay, so I'm gonna put this poinsettia over here, and as soon as it is glued in place, we're gonna use something for the center. Okay, so I'm gonna put this over here. Also the snowflake. What else do we have here? This is a button that I've had on my stash. This is a bow, and even though my doll has a bow already, I decided that I wanted to use something else, because I am also going to add some jemmies on top of the buttons just to make it look prettier. Okay, so I'm gonna add some glue over here on top of the buttons. Okay, and I'm gonna put this oh my goodness, that looks super adorable. And then the red one, it makes a huge difference, right? Look at that. So I decided that when I was planning for this card, I said, okay, the bow is super beautiful, but now I have this dimension because of the buttons. I need something else in the bow. So I found this that, as I said, this is a button, and I trimmed the little ring that it's behind. So we're gonna use some hot glue to put it in place. Okay. And voila, look at that. Super cute and adorable. Okay, something happened with this. It got cold before I put it in place, and I'm gonna replace the hot glue. Okay, here we go once more. And there you go. Look at that. Super cute. Oh my goodness, I love this. Love it. Love it. Love it. Look at that. Okay. There you go. This is looking super cool. I have these toothpicks with a gingerbread topper, and I grabbed these from Hobby Lobby. I have millions of them because I grabbed one bag last year. And this year, believe it or not, I just went once to Hobby Lobby, and I decided that I needed more. So I think we could put this one, what about here? Or we could put it over here or here. Oh, maybe here. Yeah. So we're gonna use hot glue just behind the cookie, and I'm gonna add it under the greenery and trying to center it. Okay. And then I'm gonna use my scissors just to trim this. Oops. And there you go. Look at that. Super cute, right? So now we need two more things. And And just let me grab one of them. I didn't have ready this, I forgot totally, sorry for that. And I love adding glitter or shiny things, and I'm gonna use this glitter glue from Michaels, and I'm gonna add it here on the wings because I really wanted my angel to look super cute. Okay, so I'm gonna be adding this all around the edges. Oh, this looks super cute. And we also need to put something in the center of the poinsettia. And for that, usually I use either a yellow jammy, I use the gold puffy paint, or in this case, because I really need this to be finished for you to see how is it going to look when it is finished, I'm going to use my gold gel pen because the puffy paint is amazing. I love it, but it takes a little bit of time to dry. So when you put it, it's going to look white, and we don't want that. So all you have to do with this is just to add 3 little dots for the center of the poinsettia, and that's all you have to do for your Memory Decks card. Look at this, super cute and adorable. I absolutely love this card, and as you see, nothing fancy or complicated. They are super easy to put together. And my tip for this is I always have a notebook with me, and I either draw my ideas or I write my ideas, so then I can put everything together, so it's easier for me, right? Okay, so this is something that I really wanted to create with you since Christmas is around the corner and we all love gingerbread. Oh my goodness, this is to die for. I absolutely love this card. And I also wanted to share with you something else. Okay, I went to the thrift store and I found this beautiful recipe box, and look at this. This is super cute. This box is made with super sturdy cardboard, so I really need this box to be very sturdy and durable. And what I did is that I used a couple of layers of matte Mod Podge just to cover everything. So this is going to be in a better condition. And my idea for this is to write all the recipes that I use for Christmas. If you see inside the box, they have like the recipe cards, but I'm not gonna be using those because they are a little bit small. So what I did is that I also grabbed this packet of index cards from the thrift store, because I loved that they look like yellowish, so like kind of vintage. So I'm gonna be using my old typewriter to create all of my recipe cards, and they're gonna be inside this box, and this is going to look amazing, right? So this is the other thing that I wanted to share with you. And I also have another gingerbread video coming right after this one, because I want to share with you a gingerbread shelf that I created, something that I had since last year and I didn't have the time to finish it, actually to make it. So I just kept it in my box, and it's out this year, and it's part of my Christmas decorations in my house. But for this video, this is what I wanted to share with you: how to create a beautiful gingerbread doll, what is it that you can use it for, and also to share with you this beautiful recipe box that is to die for. And that is all for today. Thank you so very much for joining me. I really hope that you get inspired, that you give it a try. It is super easy, super beautiful, and if you don't like making text cards, you can totally create your Christmas cards using these dolls that you don't need dies or special tools to create a beautiful doll, right? So I will be back really soon, but in the meantime, please take care of yourselves. Remember to always have a huge smile, and see you soon. Bye.